Hey everyone, thanks for joining me and welcome. I'm just going to get started and just tell you a little bit about myself. So what I do, or my philosophy when I meet with my clients, is basically twofold. First, it's very important to respect his or her time. And I do this first by being direct, to the point, and prepared. Second, I want to provide some good and valuable information to my client, to provide some education, so they get a better understanding of why I think it's beneficial for us to work together. So with that in mind, let's get started and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. What I do is I work specifically with people who work in the restaurant industry. I myself have worked directly in the restaurant business for over 25 years. I worked as a waiter, a bartender, assistant manager, general manager, and established a successful career as a restaurant manager. And because of this, I'm very familiar with the challenges my clients have and meeting their own personal financial needs and goals. My clients work long hours, unpredictable schedules, and because of this, sometimes they're not able to give the time necessary to look after their own affairs, put themselves and their families in the best possible financial situation now in the future. And the reason I got involved with this business and the reason I'm talking to you now is that when I was working as a restaurant manager, working my way up, providing for my family. By the way, I'm married and have 3 kids. We're doing okay. I'm paying the bills. We're paying the bills. Paying the mortgage and the car payments and the cell phones and cable bills and all that stuff you guys do. But I kept having this thought of what happens if I get sick, if I get injured, and I can't go to work for a long period of time. That income goes away. What happens to my family? How are we paying these bills? What happens if I get in a car accident and get hurt? Or what happens if I get a car accident and I die? My family would be devastated. But what would happen to them financially? My income would be gone. So I kept having these thoughts of, what would happen to my family? My kids, where are they going to live? Is my wife going to get 2 jobs? If she got 2 jobs, who's going to take care of the kids? Are they going to be able to stay in the house we have? Because it might be a struggle to make the mortgage payments, car payments, all that stuff I just mentioned. That income is the foundation of our lives. And what would happen if our income was either gone for a long period of time or forever? How would our families survive? So what I started doing, or what I started looking into, is products like disability insurance and life insurance. And I realized I didn't know what was going on. I had life insurance and disability insurance through work. I mean, some restaurant management positions, they offer that to you, which is great. But I realized it was such a small amount of money or a small amount of coverage that it really didn't provide long-term financial security for my family. So as I started looking more into this, I realized no one really discusses this fully or explains it to you, and they just everyone's out there on their own, just really hoping everything works out. So as I got more involved in it, I realized that there was some important information that should be discussed to majority of the population. But me, because I was involved in the restaurant business, I want to work specifically with those people. So what I do is I specialize in protecting the income of people who work in the restaurant business and their families. What we found out is our clients appreciate this. They appreciate the information. They appreciate the education on how to protect themselves and their families financially. There's a need for this. And how I work, or how we work, is we work on an individual basis. It's very low key. It's casual. But bottom line is the peace of mind you get from knowing your family is protected financially is worth everything. It's I know once I I got involved with this, it just, the peace of mind just came over me, and I was grateful for some of the products that I got involved in. So what I was hoping you guys would do is go to my website and take a look at a couple of videos that are set up from one of the companies I work with. This will give you a better idea of how disability insurance works and life insurance works, and what it can do for you. And then what I would hope is that there's a button you can click on to schedule a convenient appointment. What we do is we do the appointments online. They're very convenient. You know, obviously there's an option to meet in person or face to face, but we found that these online appointments are convenient. Like I mentioned earlier, people work you know, difficult schedules, so sometimes that's the best way to get some information across. So how we do this is, you know, when we set up an appointment, we do it over the computer. I would share my computer screen with you. We'd go over some information, have a discussion about specific concerns you have about protecting your family and your family's income. It's a very casual meeting just to get to know each other. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to help you or not, but at the end of the day, I think you would benefit from having the meeting and have a better understanding of how to protect your family's income. So, you know, if you could, why don't you take a look at the website and the video, and if you'd like to schedule an appointment, that would be great. We'll do it at your convenience, and we can meet on the other side. All right, thanks a lot. Take care.